Man, you know what? I'm so used to being on business podcasts that I don't really get into this type of stuff. But since I'm on your show, I'm gonna get into it, man. Like, my dream cars was the Cullinan, the Ferrari, the McLaren, the new Maybach.
You got all that?
And I got all of them. I got all of them.
You don't promote that. You don't show that, do you?
Jason be putting it in the stories sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's how people be knowing. But what I realized, fam, is that it goes from you motivating people when you on the way up. People get so motivated when you're on the way up. Like, they love the grind. They love watching you go up. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get to a certain level, that motivation turns into envy.
Describe myself in 2 words, rich and unemployed. These stones cost 2 birds. Let it count it when she bored. Deposit hit, checks clearing, ayy, nothing void. I know that ain't my ex calling, null and void. Where we going? Money going up.
All right, welcome to the Rich and Unemployed podcast. And I'm your host, Jonathan Dubuisson, aka Finesse. And before we get started, make sure you guys check out the Patreon, check out the website, copy one of these hoodies, copy some merch, www.richunemployed.net. Now, I got a very, very special guest today. You rich and unemployed?
Absolutely.
Got a very special guest, man. Like, you've been doing your thing for a very good minute. I don't know how long it's been, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, yours truly, Alix Burton, a.k.a. Alix Good Energy. Yeah.
Alix Good Energy, bro. And where do you get the good energy part from?
Man, it's a lifestyle, fam. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just made a decision a few years ago that I ain't gonna let nobody around me unless they energy right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's business or personal. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, like, you know, I got a trucking company, I got drivers. Yeah. And it started off with me interviewing drivers. I had drivers coming to, like, interview to work for my company. Yeah. And they were super qualified on paper. Yeah. Had all the endorsements, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, I did 11 interviews one day, and my team was they just knew I was gonna come back with, like, some drivers. And I came back, I ain't have no drivers for them. I said, look, I ain't hiring nobody. They was like, wow. They was like, they look amazing on paper. I was like, the energy wasn't right. And, you know, that's important for me. Mm-hmm. And my energy is non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
So I made it into my company name about 5 years ago. And it's really a lifestyle, man.
Energy. So, are you into, like, manifestation and all those?
100%. Yeah. My whole life is a manifestation. Yeah. Everything that's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Was literally manifested. And I ain't talking about that cliche. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear all those cliches all the time. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, for real. Like, I really got exposed to a life earlier in my life, like about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I tell people all the time, you know, my mentor says that your level of exposure determines your level of success, mm-hmm. right? So I got exposed to dudes who was moving and shaking legally and illegally. Mm-hmm. But I seen people that look like me living a certain life. Yeah. And once I seen it and I was exposed to it, I was like, oh, nah, I gotta do that. I gotta get that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so everything that's happening right now is definitely manifesting, and we can get into that in a minute.
I love that you said we can get into it right now. Because I'm on the same type of wave, right? And, like, you know, like, my background, I just got out of prison. Wow. Less than 2 years ago, about 2 years ago.
Wow. How long was you in there for?
About 3 years.
Okay.
Fed time. And all I knew was basically illegal. Like, that's all I knew was, like, jugging, finessing. That was just all I knew. And then now that I started getting around, like, these entrepreneurs in Atlanta, and I see the type of money they make so easily, right? Like, not just say easy, right. But for the most part, it ain't just, like, using your hands and physical work.
Right.
And, like, now that I see that, bro, I don't want to ever go back to that again, bro. Ever.
It's funny you say that, man. You know, and again, we're going to get into, like, what's going on, but, like, my whole reason that I blew up was because of people like you. Like, what do you mean when you say that, right? Mm-hmm. So, my cousin was locked up. Yeah. I had family members and friends that was in the streets. And I never forget, I asked, it was in 2015, I asked one of my guys' daddy, I'm like, yo, how much you was making in the streets? He was like, yeah, I was making like, you know, 5, 6, 8,000 a week, cash money. And I'm like, damn. I was like, I'm making like 15 a week with these trucks though. So I'm like, look, you could make that same money plus more, but we could do it with these trucks instead. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I started. I showed him. He was the first person I ever showed how to do this trucking stuff. And then I just posted it on the page like, yo, I just put my man Danny. We gonna get him out the streets. Yeah. And then and that thing turned into something crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I just represent and show people like, look, man, you can live the same lifestyle. The same lifestyle as the dope boys and the scammers, whatever, but you could do it.
That's a fact.
You could do it legally without, you know what I'm saying, being paranoid.
That is the number one thing, being paranoid, had to look over your back. Man, I hated that. I hate that feeling, bro. And what's funny, right? While I was doing time, I was meeting guys in there that was ex-dope boys that got into the truck industry sitting in prison from a jail cell. They be like, bro, this the new dope right here. Real talk, bro. I'm making, showing me their numbers like, bro, I got 3 trucks, bro. I'm making like 30, 40 a month or something crazy. Going crazy. Yeah. And I told myself I would get into it, but I just never got into it. Like I was gonna start it, you know what I'm saying, put my homies on. But like that's a thing for people that like getting out of prison. They want to get their CDLs and get a truck.
Yeah, because there's no judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter if you got the felony, you can still, we'll still hire you. You know what I'm saying? There's some companies that, you know, have certain rules about that, but me, like as long as you ain't like, you know, serial killer. As long as you ain't touching no kids and you ain't no rapist. You know what I'm saying? I give you an opportunity. You dig what I'm saying?
Because they made a mistake. I mean.
Yeah, everybody deserves a second chance.
Now, when you say you blew up, how long has it been since you? When you say blow up, explain that.
Yeah, humbly speaking, for sure. Humbly speaking. You know, just being a household name, man. And the people, you know, they called me the face of trucking. That's what they labeled me. I was the first person on the internet teaching this trucking stuff. 2015, when it wasn't cool, it wasn't sexy. You know, everybody was doing music. Everybody was throwing parties. I used to throw parties as well, but everybody was doing all the cool stuff. And I made a hard pivot into trucking, and I was just showing it and talking about it. And you know, I dropped my course in 2018, first course ever. This is before everybody dropped the course. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know how to promote it. Like real talk, I was the first person in transportation in the transportation industry to drop a digital course on trucking. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want to shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure invited me on their show in 2019. I did that show, and life ain't been the same since, man. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it went viral, and yo, man, my joint blew up, man. We done traded over 33,000 people now. You know what I'm saying? That then came through my situation, man. So just going in every city and getting that love and just the impact. Because at this point, like I reached a lot of my financial goals already. So right now, it's like the impact is the only thing that really moves me now.
Today's episode is brought to you by Rich and Unemployed Clothing. Listen, have you guys checked out the website? Have you guys copped some merch? You can do so while watching this episode right now. So if you haven't done so, go ahead. It's right there at the bottom. Go ahead, click, go to the website, go ahead and copy some merch. Man, we got these new hoodies in. We got headscarves in. We got hats. We got caps. We got the black and gold Rich and Unemployed cap. So make sure you guys tap in, grab some merch while watching this episode. Because listen, we're giving it to you good. Wait, pause. All right, back to the episode. Inspired the digital product. What inspired you to start teaching when you could easily be making money in the trucking industry?
I'm gonna be real with you. The mentors, man, I had an amazing mentor. I got a couple of them. And the first advice CJ told me was like, yo, man, you doing one-on-ones? You doing one-on-one consultations? How many people you doing a month? I'm like, yo, I could do about 6-7 people a month. I'm charging $10,000 a pop. I'm thinking I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? 60,000 a month. I'm thinking I'm good. But then he was like, yo, you know you being selfish. I said, what you mean by that? He was like, look, you know how many people need that information? You know how many people that look like you that need to know how to do this trucking stuff the right way the first time, and you only able to reach with 6 or 7 people because you only one person. He was like, yo, put that joint online. That's the first advice he told me, was put it online. I took 6 months, went to the crib. Shout out to my ex, man. Shout out to V. We was living together at the time, and yo, we sat in that room we was in a townhouse in Alpharetta. We sat in that room. It was the smallest room in the house. We sat in that room for 6 months, and we just put together this course. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no example to go off of. It wasn't no blueprint. I just had to come up with this from scratch. And 6 months later, man, we presented it to my mentor. He was like, yo, that's it. He said, drop it. Yo, we dropped that joint in October 5th, 2018. We dropped that joint, man. And yo, that thing that, like I said, over 30,000 people that signed up, man. It turned me into...
Let me do the math. 2,000 times.
At 2,000 a pop.
2,000 a pop. Man.
But you wanna know what's the real, let me tell you what's the realest part about that, right? You heard me mention my ex.
Yeah.
She was doing the PDFs, and I was like doing the videos. I was coming up with the content. Because I wasn't like no typer.
Yeah.
So she was doing that part for 6 months with me, right? And then, you know, we didn't work out. It wasn't nothing crazy. You know, it wasn't no cheating. It wasn't nothing like, it wasn't no scandalous stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we just didn't work out. But when we separated, you know, she was my business partner at the time. She was getting 10%. And then when we separated, the first thing she thought was, you know, it was over. The business relationship was gonna be over. But I was like, nah, you helped me put this together. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be no Good Energy Worldwide. So I said, look, even though we not together, you get 10% for the rest of your life. So now I'm just happy because even though we didn't work out, I left her better than I found her. She was able to quit her job, and she was able to, now she a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So like, I sleep good at night knowing that, yeah, we didn't work, but at least, you know what I'm saying? She in a better space right now.
That's good energy. That is the definition of good energy. Like, you know, some people be in their feelings, and you know, a lot of guys when women help them come up, or they're there while they're at their bottom, and once they finally come up, they forget about it.
Yeah. I'm just not wired like that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't got no exes that hate me. Like, I just feel like it's okay to be adults and split on good terms. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be nasty. So, you know, that's just, I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? That we still friends to this day. She still work with me.
But that's real.
Let's normalize like leaving on a good note. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It ain't always got to be just a tough breakup. Like, listen, it ain't work out, baby. Listen, we could be friends, cordial. You ain't got to hate me. You ain't got to block me.
That's what I'm saying, man.
For the rest of her life.
Yeah, she's me forever.
Forever.
It wouldn't have been that without her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's deep. Rest of your life.
Yeah, for life. As long as the course is alive.
Right. So everything that comes to the course, nothing else, just the course.
Yeah, just the course. Yeah.
So you got a course. You still got your mentorship?
Nah.
No mentorship?
Nah, I do Zoom calls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to do some events, but it's just too many people right now, and I can't give favoritism to certain. You know what I'm saying? So I just do it as a group. It's all digital.
Yeah. That's dope.
And remember, my time is everything. You know, when I did that freed up my time, and it allowed me to do other investments. So that was one of the blessings with being able to put it on, digital.
Now, your mentor, was he in the trucking industry, or was he just a mentor in life?
Nah, man. CJ is actually E.T., the hip hop preacher. I don't know if you know E.T., Eric Thomas. So Eric Thomas is and CJ, they're business partners, and they're my partners in the portal. They're my mentors. It's just a blessing, and I got the number one motivational speaker in the world as my mentor. I speak to him at least once a week, you know what I mean? And I listen. See, that's the biggest thing. Like, it's one thing to have a mentor, but it's another thing to listen and actually be coachable. I feel like all men, women in position that are operating at a high level, a trait that they cannot not have is being coachable themselves. And I really feel like a lot of my wins have been attributed to me listening and actually like taking the advice that dudes who are at a position that I'm trying to get to gave me. That's important, because a lot of times we get to a certain level, we get some success, and we think we know it all. Some of the decisions that was like pivotal for me was advice that was given to me.
I think at every level of life, you're gonna need a mentor. If you're trying to level up, you're gonna always need somebody in your life like guiding you, bro. Like, you're never too successful to have a mentor.
Absolutely. Tough decisions. I call CJ like, yo, think about doing this, what you think? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think I seen you post a while ago that you're into motivational speaking, right? And you had like the number one. Is that who you talking about? Like that was your mentor for motivational speaking?
Well, I don't call it motivational speaking for me.
What you call it?
I just talk my life and was real. Like I ain't into motivating nobody. My story just happens to motivate people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I totally agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, this ain't no, like a lot of times I don't even like write. I just get on stage and I just leave it on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like we just did the Circle of CEOs conference. Shout out to the Circle.
I was there.
You was there? Yeah, man. Like, you know, it got emotional for me. Like I was crying on the stage. I'm like, why am I crying? But I just realized like I was telling a story that I had never told before about like a traumatic, incident that happened to me. And it's so funny because that incident actually happened right there on 16th Street. That's crazy.
What happened?
You want me to tell you here?
We got time. We got time.
Woo, all right. So, I used to be a promoter, yo. I used to throw parties. Like before trucking, I was
in Atlanta or New York?
Yeah, in Atlanta. I was in Gwinnett though. I had a big party on Thursday nights in Gwinnett, and 600-700 people every Thursday for 4 years straight. And AG, AG Entertainment, he had hollered at me like, look, I need you to get on the microphone because I used to host my parties on the mic. So I was the promoter and the host. And he invited me to host the biggest parties in the cities. I was hosting Compound, you know what I'm saying? When it had first popped off, I was hosting Velvet Room on Sunday. Anybody watching this right now, if you was in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, for more than 10 years, you know about Velvet Room on Sundays. You know about Compound on Saturdays. You know about Pure Atlanta on Thursdays. Like this is when people was partying still before Bottle Wars, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a Thursday night, random Thursday night at Pure Atlanta. I'm hosting a party. And, I used to be a host at like going to the VIP, pour up champagne for the ladies. Just make sure everybody good. And I'll never forget this one night I met this young lady and I introduced myself to her. We was just vibing with some good energy, right?
Good energy.
And we kept in touch. That following Tuesday, I never forget, I was like, look, let's go get a drink. I said, yo, pull up. I had the townhouse right there on 16th Street. This one, Atlantic Station had just first popped off. I don't know how, you from here?
Yeah. I've been living over here since like 2000.
So you remember when Atlantic Station just...
Yeah, this was like 2007, 8, 9. That's when they started building up Atlantic Station.
So it was like luxurious to live over here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got the townhouse. I'm like, yo, pull up to the townhouse, park your car. We gonna hop in my car and we gonna go get something to drink. And that night she pulled up and instead of parking in my driveway, she just stayed behind me. I had my car waiting on her. She just wouldn't pull in my driveway. And then 2 minutes later, another car pulled behind her. I hop out to see what's going on. 2 dudes hop out. One of them was her man. I didn't even know she had a dude. These dudes caught me off guard. The dudes punched me in the face. And then I seen the other dude with the gun in his hand. So I hit the ground. They stopped me out for felt like 20 minutes, but it was like,
that's what it
it felt like 20 minutes. Yeah. But they stopped me out, man. This is my first time ever even getting into an altercation, bro. Like I had never brought that type of energy to me.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't stop. I'm like, Dad, these was about to kill me. Like, I don't even know this girl like that. Like, we just about to go get a drink. And I'll never forget, I had to pretend like I was dead. They finally pulled off. And I get in my whip. I'm getting ready to go somewhere else to my man's house just to get out the area. But then as I'm driving, it just started hurting to breathe. And then I was like, I gotta get to the hospital. Something ain't right. So I bust a U-turn on West Peach Street right there. I'm going the wrong way up the, it's a one way. So I'm going the wrong way up West Peach Street looking for a hospital. I found Emory. And I get in there. I finally get into the room with the doctor. He pulled my shirt up. And he was like, yo, sir, do you realize you've been stabbed 1, 2, 3 times? Yeah, them dudes stabbed me 3 times in my back, fam.
They were trying to end you.
For nothing. But I made it through, man. But it just taught me a lesson like, yo, like, stop being so trustworthy. Stop being so, just because you a good person don't mean everybody good people. True. But that turned me off in the clubs. I was like, I ain't going back in the club no more like that. It ain't worth my life. So people like, yo, how you go from hosting parties and throwing, parties to trucking? I'm like, look, man, like, I'm not trying to do what's cool no more. I want to do something that I could do when I'm 60. And that's what happened. So I left the game after that, man. I was just turned off. I moved to Miami. I left Atlanta and all that. Yeah, I was so disappointed in my city.
Damn. That could be a lesson learned for anybody, though.
Yo, I ain't go to a girl's house for like 8 years, fam, after that. Like for real, like.
That's a traumatic experience.
It changed my whole dating experience.
Yeah, bro. Did you ever talk to or hear from her after that?
Nah, man, they got caught. But, you know, I was in Miami, bro. And I think that's when I really started getting into this energy thing because they actually got caught. And they was like, they had trial dates and they was trying to get me to come back to go to trial. Bro, I didn't even want to be around that energy, bro.
Yeah.
I was already in Miami. I'm like, yo, I'm just going to, whatever happens, happens. I don't even want to see them people no more. Like, I was protecting my energy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what happened. Yeah.
I'm glad you made it out of that, bro.
I'm happy too, man.
Man.
Yeah.
So like that's what you deliver on stage, like what you delivered on stage at the Circus CEOs?
Yeah, that's some of it.
Yeah.
That's some of it. Yeah, I only had a short time, but you know, I just try to make it as digestible as possible as far as the grind.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what helped us win, me and my team, is that we deliver the information so digestible. You take away a lot of the intimidation. You see these trucks, you see these big trucks, and it's so intimidating. You like, damn, where do I start?
Yeah.
A lot of times as our people, we was thinking that we was just supposed to be the drivers. But I never drove the truck before. I never had a CDL.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I never drove. I had to come in as an owner. So I showed people how to run the company without driving the truck. I showed people how to be the owners instead of just the drivers. I showed people how to get the contracts, the big boy you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what helped, man. That's what helped us win, for sure.
I know the episode is getting really good. Before we dive any deeper, I need to get into the sponsor for today's episode. Being an entrepreneur, creating and maintaining a business is tough. We all know this. There's 1,000 other people that's grinding just like you. What I'm getting at is you don't have to do this alone. Did you know that there's a morning call every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern? It's called the Morning Meetup, made for you. It's created by David Shands, the top entrepreneur who built multi-million-dollar businesses. Yes, you heard this correctly. This is a group made by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. Do you feel stuck? That means you need to get into the room with high-level entrepreneurs. Get in the room. Basically, if you're tired of holding your own weight in this entrepreneurship, you need to join. www.themorningmeetup.com. Join, connect, grow. I'll see you guys there. It's back to the episode. You have a circle of friends. Shout out to him 500 that was just on the show.
Shout out to my guy, man. Yeah. Mr. 2 Weeks Out,
2 Weeks
Justin, Neo, y'all.
Tell me about that. Like, he told me the story how y'all met, but like, how is the energy having this group of people, group of men, that everybody's doing their own thing, everybody's getting money, like, explain that.
Man, it's the dopest thing ever, bruh. I'm an only child, man. You know, I grew up by myself. Me in my room by myself, me and my mother, single mother, never met my father before. I was a loner. And man, I just met these dudes in them rooms, man, in them business conferences. I met, besides Jason, you know what I'm saying, I met Neo, him 500, Justin, I met them all at conferences. And this wasn't supposed to be this. We literally just met up for lunch one day, right? We just met up for lunch and we sat down and the camera guy was just there that day. And we just did a little video talking about like each individual business that we do and how we impacted the people and how we've helped people. We did that video, we just put it out on the gram and that joint went viral. And then we just like, we all were successful. So we was like, look, let's just start doing some giveaways. Like, let's just start. And I think that's why we really connected, because we all got this heart of wanting to help people. So we just started doing giveaways and little charity events. And then one day we went to Kroger last Thanksgiving and we shut the whole supermarket down. Each one of us took a lane and we just told the cashier just to keep running keep ringing the groceries up. And at the end, we just gonna pay for everything. We ended up running up about 40,000 in Kroger last Thanksgiving, 2021. And how did the circle come about? How did the circle of CEOs come about? The news was just harassing us to do an interview. And then they kept asking us, so what do we call you guys? What do we call you? And instead of them having to say, Alix Get Energy, him 500, New Age CEO, we was like, yo, let's just come up with a name. And that's how the circle of CEOs came. And then now we just started, you know, doing investments together. And then we started doing conferences. And so it was super organic. But the main thing that I want people to understand is that 5 brothers can get together, all be successful, and not pocket watch each other. not hate on each other, not be jealous of each other. We can uplift each other. Like, if y'all don't take away nothing, I want y'all to think about something real quick. As you listening to this interview, right? I want you to close your eyes real quick, and I want you to imagine this. Imagine you got a circle of friends, right? It's 5 of y'all. All of y'all are successful, but y'all all uplift each other. Y'all all are honest and respect each other, right? And then one person falls, like makes a bad investment, right? Makes a bad investment, loses it all. But he has such a solid relationship with the other 4, and they make an agreement that if one person out of the 5 falls and messes up his money, that the other 4 will gift him $100,000 to $200,000 each and put him right back on his feet. Can you imagine how you'll sleep at night? Like, seriously, that's possible. So just understand, like, yo, we gotta stop knocking each other, y'all. Because if you uplift the people that surround you, you'll put yourself in a situation where you can't fall. Bro, I sleep good at night knowing that I could depend on my brothers, man.
Man, that's like insurance, bro.
That's different, man.
You ever drove your car without insurance? You driving like real timid. Nah, I know the feeling, bro. That's dope though, man. That is a dope feeling. And not too many people can say that. People can't say that. People can't say that, oh, if I fall off, my homies each, 100 bands each, I'm right back.
Bro, I don't even know. Listen, man, they call me and ask me for something, I don't even want to know what it's for.
Facts.
Period. I don't let people borrow money. If I give it to you, you can have it. You feel me? Because how many people you done let borrow some bread and then now your friendship ruined because they ain't pay you back?
Too many.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't let people borrow money. If I give you some bread, it's yours, man.
Yeah, I done been through there. I done been through that too many times, and I hate when it happens and you be like, you know what? Maybe this person wasn't meant to be in my life. If you that type of person.
But you know they say, you leave a rope laying on the floor.
Yeah.
People that hang themselves.
Very true.
Just let them hang themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, I seen one day. I don't want to get you too emotional. One day, you were speaking about your father. You just brought him up that you grew up without a father, and you got real emotional on live, like you got successful because I want to get this wrong, but the reason you wanted to be so successful so your dad could find you or something like that, right? Or explain that. Just you tell.
Damn, I didn't know you be watching my lives.
Come on, man. This was months ago.
I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? What I said was I had a chip on my shoulder for a very long time. A lot of people are motivated by money to become successful. A lot of people are motivated by getting women. A lot of people are motivated by the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But one of my motivations for a long time was making my dad regret that he wasn't in my life. You know, and I don't know if it was good or bad. Like, I used it as motivation, and it really made me get to a point where I was like, look, being successful is the only option. Like, I'm going to make it to where you're going to hear about me. But I realized also it wasn't good either. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, it weighs on you. You know what I'm saying? Because it weighs on you for real. But yeah, I never met him before, but that's why I just spoiled my mother like I do, because she played both roles. She, my mother Jamaican, old-fashioned Jamaican, came here with strings around her clothes as a suitcase. She ain't had no suitcase. She just had to put strings around her clothes. That was her suitcase. And we was in Brooklyn, and I watched her work 3 jobs to get me out of Brooklyn. Literally sent me down here for the summer and tricked me and made it seem like I was coming on vacation to Atlanta in the late 90s. And she sent me down here with mad bags. I'm just like, well, I got so many bags for a month. And she tricked me and had me move with my aunt and my uncle. And that decision to send me down to Atlanta was life-changing, bro, because I really feel like if I would have stayed in Brooklyn, I definitely wouldn't be here doing this interview with you. I'd probably be homeless, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, because there's so many people that I grew up with back then that are in the same places that they was at when I left them, where I left them at. You dig what I'm saying? On the same stoop, smoking weed. So, yeah, but I shook that energy with my father. I shook that energy. I forgive him, and you know, I'm open to meeting him. You know what I'm saying? So if he's seeing this interview, it's all love, man. You ain't got to be scared. You ain't got to be intimidated. Like, I'm definitely, I ain't got nothing but some good energy, man. So if you watching this interview, I heard he's in Miami right now. So, yeah, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen.
That what's up, man. That's man, to be that vulnerable and you know, because some people have hate in their heart for that.
Yeah.
And for you to be just like, yeah, you see this, like, let's link.
I just can't judge him based off of what his mindset was 39 years ago.
You don't know his reason. You don't know what happened, really.
Yeah. And I feel like, I just think he's embarrassed, or he feels like I'm gonna think that he wants some money if he comes in my life now. And I just want you to know I'm not gonna feel like that. Yeah. Like I've attempted to reach out twice and it just didn't happen, and I feel like that's the reason. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably some fathers right now watching this, and you probably going through the same thing. You like, you know, you want to meet your child, but there's something holding you back, your ego. But I'm telling you right now, man, like, make that happen, because you know, it's so funny, man. E.T. told me, I was supposed to go, I was supposed to do some stuff with him on the road. And E.T. was like, you gotta fix some things first before you go to that next level. So I'm hoping that we can make that happen, because I feel like even though I've turned out to be okay, I turned out pretty good in life, I feel like there's a void that needs to be filled, and I feel like for me to get to my next level, I need to go ahead and close that chapter. So I'm glad you asked me about that, because now you just put it back on my mind, and now I'm gonna make sure that I make that happen.
That's real. Now, you don't feel like it should be him trying to fix this instead of the son?
Man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna just do my part. I'm gonna do my part.
Facts.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids?
Nah, I don't got no kids, man.
So do
you know why? Because of that situation. Yeah. Because of me not ever meeting my father, I've been intentional from a young age. From 17, I made my mind up that I was gonna try my best, at least, to not have a kid out of a healthy situation. You understand? I've been intentional. I've been very responsible. I'm not out here, you know, just raw dogging it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the number one cause.
I've been very responsible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give my future child the best scenario possible. I just bought a big ass house, and you know, I got this room. I got every room in my house furnished, but this one room. And every time I give a tour to my friends, they like, yo, why you ain't do nothing with this room? And I tell them, I'm like, I'm saving that for my child. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, we gonna see what happens, man. But he gonna be a king. Keyword, he.
He. That's what's up. Man, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Beautiful thing, man. You know, some people like that didn't have their father in their life. They want to have a child so they can let the child have what they didn't have.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. I can't wait to be the father that I wish I had. Yeah. I'm a over deliver just because of what I miss. You dig what I'm saying? He gonna be it's gonna be crazy, dog.
Shout out to the dads out there, man. That's doing their thing, man. Can't forget about the dads that's really in their children's life.
But you know what it is though, fam? Like, I think I posted this the other day. I'm like, yo, and I mean this with every bone in my body. I will not do business with any man that has kids and he ain't taking care of his kids. I don't got no respect for you, period. Because my thing is this, if you'll do that to somebody who shares your blood, I can only imagine what you'll do to me.
Bars, that's real. Just imagine. We spoke on this. Me and him 500 spoke on this, man.
Oh, really? And he's an amazing father. Shout out to Him 500, Neo, and my best friend Jason. Like, you gotta understand, the dudes that I talk to every day, they are the example.
Great examples. Great examples.
So
man.
I ain't got no choice but to be an amazing father. Man. I'm surrounded by it. Yeah.
I witnessed the birth of CEOs, right? Circle of CEOs, because it hit the news, and I didn't realize it just happened, but the name came, and I was like, what the fuck these niggas doing? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I witnessed it, and I don't think anybody kind of noticed like really what happened. It just kind of it went from there to boom. Like, I created it, and it was just a thing.
Yeah. Well, I think it was because we all had our each individual following already.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So it was kind of like we was now combining the following and putting, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like Voltrons. It's like,
for sure.
It's crazy. Because even when we separate to this day, like when I go out, I get that love. Like, I got my own community.
Yeah.
Him 500 got recession. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's just something about when we all fire together. It's just overwhelming, man. It's crazy, dog. It's love, man.
I'm about to start my own circle.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah, man.
Speak about your mom. You retired her. What did your mom do? Nurse?
My mom was in the hospital for 27 years, fam.
It's something about Islanders. As soon as they come in the country, man, it's like that hospital. That's what they aiming for.
That's it.
My mom Haitian, bro. Yeah, man. Double shift, triple shifts.
Bruh, yeah. She was she was at the same hospital. She was like Gwinnett Medical Center for 27 years. You know what I'm saying? When she was in New York, she was a caretaker. And man, I watched my mother bust her ass for 27 years.
Yeah.
No complaints. No complaints. My mom go to work sick. Like, I gotta go to work. They depended on me. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I never forget, man. It was about 2 years ago. I called my mother and her energy wasn't right. And I'm like, yo, what's going on with you? And she was just like, man, like, I'm not, I had a bad day today. I'm tired. I'm finally tired of working. And I guess the co-workers was like treating her bad. I guess she was going through like a little bit of racism. And it's the first time I ever heard my mother complain about the hospital. And this is when, I'm starting to become, I'm really getting in my bag at this point. And then, so I made my mind up right then at that conversation. Like, yo, you gotta get up out of here. And she had 10 years left. She had 10 years left at that hospital. My mother young. I ain't got no old. My mom had me when she was mad young. So, man, how I do it? I told her, man, I was like, yo, this your last day. So to be able to retire my mother 10 years early than the rest of her co-workers, by far the biggest accomplishment in my life, personally. By far.
How does that feel?
I'm gonna tell you exactly how it makes me feel. I used to really care about people's opinions of me. I used to really care about like my image, and I still do, but I used to really, really take it to heart how people felt about me. But when I did that, bro, I'm like, yo, I really don't care what nobody say about me. I retired my mother. Like, I whine. I whine already. I don't care what y'all think about me. My mom living her best life. Real talk.
That's goals.
She proud of me.
Yeah.
She proud of me. That's all I care about. I'm good.
What else matters? That's dope. That's dope, man. You got any siblings?
Only child.
You did say that. Man, you just alone.
Only child. It's just me and her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hit like that. It's just me and her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hit like that. But we come from Vanderbilt. Like, if you watching this, you from Brooklyn, you know about Vanderbilt, right? They call it Flatbush Gardens now, man. I was literally, I was in my house the other day, man, and I was just reminiscing. Like, we have, like, when you get in the elevator in Brooklyn, you had to like stand against the wall on the elevator because it was always pee on the elevator floor every day, bruh. Like, you literally, when you get in the elevator, you gotta stand on the wall, so you gotta jump over the pee to get out the door. And to go from that to having the elevator in the crib.
Not in the crib. Not in the crib. Not in the crib. Speak about that, bro. Like, You living in this, I haven't seen, I just seen the videos that you posted in the crib and that thing looking lovely.
Thank you.
I think I remember when you first got it, and I think when you was first viewing it or some shit, that shit was, and I think you transformed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Having your, is that your dream house?
It is.
Dream crib, dream car. What is your dream car? What car is that?
Man, you know what? I'm so used to being on business podcasts and I don't really get into this type of stuff, but since I'm on your show, I'm gonna get into it, man. Like, my dream cars was the Cullinan, the Ferrari, the McLaren, the new Maybach.
You got all that?
And I got all of them. I got all of them.
You don't promote that. You don't show that, do you?
Jason be putting it in the stories sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's how people be knowing. But what I realized, fam, is that it goes from you motivating people when you on the way up. People get so motivated when you're on the way up. Like, they love the grind. They love watching you go up. But as soon as you get to a certain level, that motivation turns into envy. So what I've realized is that you got to spoon feed. You know what I'm saying? You got to spoon feed the lifestyle a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't, you know, I don't do like super lifestyle marketing. I don't really get into all of that. I led and I got to where I'm at by really giving value and giving the information. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I got all. But I'm gonna tell you this though, for the people that's watching, right? For my young hustlers out there, just understand that your priorities got to be first. Before I went and got them whips, I made sure that I owned my house first. So I want y'all to, if you watching this, to understand, like, I see it all the time. I see all these nice cars, you know, in apartment complexes. And it's cool, but I don't think you should have 3 luxury cars living in an apartment building.
You're moving backwards.
I'm not judging, I'm just saying, like, shout out to Mr. 2 Weeks Out. He was like, yo, bro, don't you go get that second car without you having a garage to park it in. So I went and got my house first, man. I got my house, and then I got my whips. And you like, why you get all them whips for, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I was blessed to make it to the age of 36 without ever losing anybody close to me. I don't know how I did it, bro. Like, I got to 36 without ever losing somebody that was close to me. And then I lost my barber. Shout out to Dave, right? Rest in peace to Dave. My barber, and you know your barber, like, I see my barber twice a week. He like my psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And so that hit me hard. But my barber wasn't the regular type of barber. He was like up. He just did barber because that was his passion. But he was up. Yeah. Had mad investments, and I never forget, the week before he died, I was in his chair and he was just telling me about all these plans that he had. He's about to take his kids to Israel. He was investing into oil. He was getting ready to open up the CBD shop. Like, my man was telling me all these plans that he had. And then a week later, he fell dead in his movie theater. And when that happened, bro, I'm like, damn, yo, he not even 40. He had all these plans, but he was pushing them off. So when that happened, I was like, you know what? I ain't waiting no more. Like, I'm gonna live this thing called life. We only here one time. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So listen, man. Whatever, the cars, my house, I did exactly what I wanted to do to my house. You said, is it my dream home? It had 9 out of the 10 things that I wanted in a home, but I was like, I'm gonna make it mine. I spent more in upgrades than the house cost to make it mine. Whatever I want, I'm getting it because I'm only here one time.
Motivation. That's motivation.
Y'all can have a DJ at my funeral.
Cause I lived exactly how I wanted to. Party.
It's a celebration.
Party.
You ain't got to cry. Straight up.
I love that. I said the same thing, man. Don't cry at my funeral, man. I'm gonna live this thing what you call life. That's dope, man. Do you think you got a lot of haters? Like, there's a lot of people out there that just hating on you?
You know what's so funny, man? It's like, yo, like, I help people for a living.
Who would think they hating on
it's good energy. You know what I'm saying? It's my name, and I show love. But I realized something that well, most of specifically my hate comes from is people that might want to do what I'm doing in my industry. That's really where I get it from. And a wise man told me, he said, look, man, whoever is the first to do it, if they do it right, they're gonna be the one. You know what I'm saying? And I just happened to do what I do first. And then I messed up and did it right. You dig what I'm saying? So what happens is people that try to do what you do, but if they don't get the same results as you, it builds up frustration. You understand? They could go get the same camera that you got. They can have the same clarity. They can have the same aesthetics as you.
They go get the same loft.
You dig what I'm saying? But for some reason, it don't hit like you.
Right.
Their voice don't sound the same. They don't connect to the audience like you connect. They talking about the same thing, but it just hit different. Now they mad at you. That's how I be, bro. Because if you don't like me, it's because you don't know me.
Facts. Because if you knew me,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't even hold it against you. You hate me because you don't know me. If you knew me, you'll know my heart.
Yeah.
You'll know my heart. I give you my drawers.
Yeah.
If you need it. You dig me?
Pause.
Yeah, pause. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. When will pause ever die?
I had to hit him.
It'll never die. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nah, man. I dealt with envy and
yeah.
I only dealt with it really when I was doing illegal things. Or I felt like it because I'll be the type of person, like, once I get some information, I get some game, and I go feed the tribe. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I always felt like that was just my duty. And I did that as a coping mechanism, not to be hated on. I don't want nobody trying to do me any type of way, trying to rob me, trying to spread lies about me. Oh, this nigga lame because he ain't put us on. So I made sure I did my due diligence to put people on. And it's like, now that I don't even deal with that type of stuff, I don't even think, no, let me not say that, because I know somebody out there hating. You watching the podcast, you see these big chains, you see women in my comments or something. It's something you gonna find to hate. And I can never be just lacking like it's all love out here, because it ain't.
Nah, definitely not. It's definitely not. But yo, I fight fire with water. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I thought he was gonna say fire with fire, but I love that one.
Because fire don't put out fire.
I just build more fire.
So no matter what you know, I just show love, fam.
Yeah.
I show love. I be at conferences. I be moving around, and people that see me and they dap me up. I be taking pictures, and I know what you said, what you was pillow talking and said about me.
Yeah.
But you see me at the conference, and it's all love. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I'm gonna still greet you with that smile.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make you question yourself and why you really didn't like me. Like, damn, he cool as hell.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He actually cool.
Yeah.
I've had so many dudes say, yo, I ain't like you at first when I met you. So I just fight fire with water, man. I just show love. And, however you handle it, whatever you got going on, that's on you. It takes too much energy to be on that.
It takes too much energy to hate or
not participating in that.
Too much energy. It's so easy to just be positive.
Bruh, it's amazing, dog.
It is. And smiling.
What?
Trying to frown and be mad and cursing. That shit too, man. I be sweating cursing. I'm going to smile at you, let you have it. At the end of the day, you the one hurting. I'm not going to scoop down to your level.
Period. I mean, like, who are you? Like, who do you think you are to get me out of character?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who are you? I'm not giving you that much control to get me out of character, get my blood pressure high. Nah.
Have you reacting out of emotion? Nah, B. What's next for you, Alix Good Energy? Because it seemed like you at the mountain, man.
Yo, that's a good question, man. Nipsey said it best, man. He was like, now I got different goals because I reached all my old ones. You know what I'm saying? I hit a lot of my goals, bro, but I'm going to be real. My passion, and because I left the promoting so abruptly, it was always like an itch for me to like I love hospitality. I love being a host. I love showing people a good time. I really enjoyed getting on the microphone and taking a dead party and then getting on the mic and then having everybody run to the dance floor, shouting out the birthday girls. Like I enjoy that. Yeah. I used to do get-togethers at my house all the time. I love just hosting people at the house and making sure that everybody's good. You ain't gotta bring no liquor or nothing. Just pull up. I got everything, right? Like that's in me. So at this point, you know, trucking definitely changed my life. I've been able to change a lot of lives, but I missed that game. So I just bought a Crew Alpharetta. I just bought a club. I said if I ever get back into the industry, instead of being a promoter, I was gonna own the building. And now we own Crew Alpharetta, man. And shout out to my partner, my cousin. I brought him, you know, he's in there with me, my cousin Rob, Good Energy. And shout out to Shani, you know what I'm saying, who's running the whole back off it, like killing it, you know what I'm saying, to take a team. But now, we opened that joint up about 3 months ago, man, and we've been sold out for the last 4 weekends, man. It's just been crazy. So I'm just, you know, just getting back into things that I love now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to open up a truck parking lot. Like I really feel like a successful business is a business that solves a problem. Right now, there's a shortage of parking spaces in the country for trucks. They don't, you know, I don't know if you ever seen like trucks parking on the side of the highway on the exit ramps because it's a shortage right now. So right now I'm under contract for 16 acres on up 20, and I'm getting ready to you know, bring hundreds and hundreds of truck parking spaces to the industry. My mentor said diversify within your industry. So trucking is what helped me. So I'm getting ready to invest my money back into the industry that changed my life. So, you know, that's what I'm working on, them type of deals now. You know what I'm saying? Things that scare me. You know, big, yeah, I'm trying, if it don't scare me, I ain't interested. Yeah, that's what I'm on right now, man. And I'm gonna continue to speak. I'm gonna continue to speak, man. I love touching the people. And just, yeah, you know, we on the road. I'm chasing 100 M's for sure. 100 M's. 100, yeah. It sounded fake back in the days, but I ain't never seen it so clear before. It's clear now. Yeah, it's clear.
Diversify your industry.
Yeah, diversify within your own industry first. Yeah.
I like that. Now, I do want to ask you this before you get off camera. I'm only asking you because you talked about it. Now, your hairline was fucked up.
I love it. Let's get it. Yeah, it was. It was.
Woo. Tell me about it, man, because, I mean, most guys would have hit that, like, yo, hey, a bounce back, I don't know.
Zoom in real quick. Which camera? That's the, okay, cool. Okay. Now I want y'all to go look at my old interviews, right? I want you to see me now, right? Oh, yeah. I want you to see me now, and I want you to go look at my old interviews, right? All jokes aside, your best investment is yourself. Right? You hear that all the time. You dig what I'm saying? And we talked about manifestation when we first started this interview. Yeah. I've spoken in front of thousands. I've been on the biggest podcasts, right? Now I'm on your podcast, right? But I'm going for CNN. I'm going for big. I'm going international, right? Yeah. And I just want to be the best version of myself. Thanks. I was insecure about my hairline, man. I was very insecure about it. So I did my research, and I knew I was gonna have to spend a bag. But I did my research, and I found my doctor in Cali who did Tory Lanez hairline. Like, he wasn't giving it up, so I had to do some extensive research. And I called him, we did the consultation. He told me 30,000, I'll get you where you need to be. I said, you accept, how you accept payment?
I got all forms.
I did the procedure 3 months ago, and I was transparent. I could have just did it and not said nothing. Yeah. But I know a lot of men had that insecurity, so I shared the plug. But you're gonna have to spend some bread. If it's worth it for you, I spent the bread, and it's growing back. It's growing back, and it's getting.
So it grows.
It's my real hair. They literally took the hair follicles from the side of my hair where it was still growing at, and they implanted it into the front where I was bald at.
So does it grow every week? You go to the barbershop.
Yeah, it grows. It's my hair. It's not no weave, nothing. It's my hair. It's growing back.
Okay.
So I did that, you know what I'm saying? I got my teeth done 3 times. I got it done one time. It was cool, but it just wasn't perfect. I went and got them to fix it. It just wasn't right. And I went to Miami 3 weeks ago, finally got it right.
Where you went to?
Ooh, that's a big plug.
Okay, you ain't gotta say.
That's a big plug.
You gotta say
I'm gonna tell you though.
Okay.
That's a big plug. We still. We gonna figure it out. I got y'all. We gotta handle some business first. But got it right, man. And you know, I'm back in the gym. I got a chef now cooking healthy food for me. Yeah. I just want to be the best version of myself, bro. And I'm not. And the most dangerous person is the person that's not afraid to invest in themselves.
Right. Love that. Mm-hmm. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, man. I'm bald, man.
As long as you still got the follicles, it's possible. But
follicles here?
Like if you can still see like the holes, then they can save it. But if it's like all the way like smooth, it might be a wrap.
I gotta do it ASAP, man.
Like when I went for the consultation, they was like, "Yo, you're a perfect candidate for it." And so I did it.
30 bob.
Yeah, 30 bands. It's the best 30 I ever spent. Oh no, I'm lying. The best investment in myself I ever spent was LASIK surgery. That $4,000.
Man, me too. Oh my God.
That's the best $4,000 I have ever spent in my life. It's almost unfair that it costs so cheap.
$4,000.
Like that's like a sense. Like to see.
Yes.
I'm like, that's it. Like I felt like I robbed them, bro.
Man, yo, listen, when my eyes healed and I was just looking at everything so sharp, I was like, yo, this is a hack.
It's crazy. Like if you can't see and you still wearing contacts and glasses, you tripping.
Man, go spend that $4,000.
Go spend that $4,000. Listen, ain't nobody more scarier than me when it comes to my eyes.
Me too.
I was terrified.
I knew I was going blind, bro. You know, you go blind for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. So listen, y'all. If I did it, you could do it, man. Go ahead, get your eyes right, y'all.
Just invest in yourself, period, man. When it comes to health, your body, when your eyes, your teeth. That's what's up, bro. I told myself while I was sitting in prison, bro, I'm about to come out and be the best version of myself.
You got to, man.
On all levels, bro. And
especially if you can afford it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Your smile, that's your business card right there, man.
Fact.
Yeah, that's your business card, man.
Man. What else you got for the people, man, before we get up out of here? You got anything?
Man.
Give one of your speeches, man.
Woo, man. Man, all I can tell y'all is that you know, it's really possible for you to not play basketball, play football, sing, rap, and live the life that you want, y'all. Like seriously. All your entertainers, they all in our DMs now. They all trying to figure out how to diversify their money. They trying to stay off for 30 for 30. You dig what I'm saying? It went from us wanting to be them to now them wanting to be us. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to understand, like, stop trying to do what's cool. Find you something that you're good at, create your LLC, do the research, educate yourself, and execute. Jump off that porch, man. Jump off that porch, man. Like I said, I did something that was not sexy, and I made it sexy. You dig? Yeah.
Richard Unemployed, the podcast. God. Man, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
This was a dope interview, bro. Barely talked about trucks. This is just like, motivation, real life. Like, I hope you got something from this interview, man. On different levels. Like, you gave it to him just like from your dad, like your mom, like growing up, like being stabbed, like getting money, your dream house. Motivation.
I was underqualified, but I overachieved. You understand?
That's a bar.
And there's so many people that have in a way better position than I was in. You got your mother and your father. You got an education. You ain't get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? You had a decent upbringing. You know, your family was middle class. I ain't had none of that, yo. I ain't that good at math.
We seen that.
Right? But I was relentless, man. I was a dog with the grind. I still am.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, let's get it, y'all. Let's be great. Let's be great, y'all. Black excellence. First generation millionaires. Come on, y'all. First generation millionaires, right? You. I'm talking to you. You watching this right now. You gonna be the first millionaire in your family. Poverty ends with you. Let's break that curse, y'all. Let's break that curse in the family, y'all.
Because if you don't do it, who will? Don't wait for the next generation. Don't wait on your brother, man. You. I know it's me. Like, I'm going to change the trajectory of all this, bro. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yes,
For
sir.
real. What you pull up in, man?
Man.
Uber?
My favorite car, all of them, is the Maybach, man.
Yeah.
I like being in the back of the Maybach.
Maybach truck or the Maybach?
The Maybach, the regular car. You couldn't give me the Maybach truck for free. I don't like that car. But the new Maybach, you know what I'm saying, I got my driver outside, and we just, I could get my thoughts together while I was on the way over here. I was in the back just chilling.
Maybach pillows and shit.
Yeah, man.
Something like
God wanted us to live like this, though, bro.
Nah, real talk. Whatever you want in this world, that's we're here on this planet to live
He in abundance,
yes.
bro.
Yes.
And I think I had survivor's remorse for so long, man. I had survivor's remorse for so long. I was like, damn, like, all my friends ain't make it. Like, but I realized, yo, it's godly to live how we living, bro. It's godly, dog.
Powerful message. I ain't think you was coming with that energy, man. That's good energy right there, man. Dang, this shit just keep getting better and better. Can't even end this, man.
You can't even end the interview. Yeah, man.
Yeah, dope.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna end the interview, y'all. Just do me one favor, man. As y'all going through life, always remember, keep that good energy, because what you put out is what you're gonna receive. I promise you. It sounds like a cliche, but I promise you, whatever you put out, that energy that you put out, that's what you're gonna get back, y'all. All right? It's your boy Alix, Good Energy, man. I appreciate you, family. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We out, man. Till we meet next time, Rich on the podcast. See you next.
Let's get it, man.